Hi guys, this video is going to be all DIY, I'm afraid, or very much DIY. We're into that time of year, not a lot of travelling going on. This time I'm going to look a little bit more at the repairs or fiberglassing that we've been doing around the bow thruster. Not really repairs, we're just removing a witness line. And also a biggie on cutless bearing changes. These videos are there really to just point out areas that you need to be looking at. Not necessarily for every boat, but it's things, just general maintenance items. We are a retired couple who sold everything and bought a boat with the intention of living the dream in our later years. Well, last week Storm Babet hit us. We had 48 hours or so of winds, up to 65 mile an hour in the marina. This was the aftermath at Seaham. The winds had settled, but the sea state certainly hadn't. Right, so I'm going to take the peel ply off. What I'm trying to do is get this test fitted. Yesterday we did fiberglassing. We got all of this fiberglassed. It's all covered in peel ply now. So that is... It's had thickened epoxy into where I've ground out, and then we've put 2 layers of biaxial over the top of that, a 300 grade biaxial, and then covered it in peel ply. What it's also had is another layer of biaxial around inside the ring, and that comes out to the outside. So there's 3 layers in total. But all in different directions, and we've done both sides, and so that once we're ready to peel that off, and I'm going to give it 7 days now to harden fully before I go to the next part of the process, which will be taking the peel ply off and adding fairing compound then before we sand it and smooth it. And a quick word from our sponsor, Clear Winner. They produce Purify, a diesel bug inhibitor. With winter here, now is the time to start protecting your diesel with Purify to prevent diesel bug affecting your springtime sailing. It's all tensioned, warm the boss up, and do that a bit more. It's gone, that's it, didn't even need a heat. Now plan A was to use a tool similar to a Struck Pro cutless bearing removing tool, which in theory allows you to push the cutless bearing out with the prop shaft in place. We set everything up, started to wind tension on. We got a lot of tension on. We actually bent the 1/2 inch plates at either end of the tool, and then snapped the screwed rods. So plan A failed. So plan B was to draw the prop shaft out.
Draw the flange off.
Now, in order to do that, we had to pull the coupling off the end of the prop shaft that joins it to the gearbox. Nice and simple. There was a 38mm AF nut that we had to undo. That came away. A little bit of force, but it came away. And then we put a proprietary puller on, and with two of us swinging on a 3-foot end of a scaffold pole with a pair of Stilsons, we still couldn't shift that coupling, and we did not want to put heat in there too close to fiberglass and wood and fuel, etc. So plan B, fail.
So the nuts for the P bracket are mounted under there, and there's just 6 of them, plus one lock nut where the earth bonding straps are.
So plan C was to drop the P bracket off, remove the P bracket from the prop shaft, and simply cut the bearing out.
I don't know what glue they've used.
And in fact, people told me, do not take your P bracket off, you can't get your P brackets off. This came away quite easy. In fact, the starboard side almost fell off when I did the bolts. There was hardly any sealant on that P bracket. Personally, I don't know how it stopped water coming in. But at least we managed to get the P bracket away from the prop shafts.
It's levelling up. It's levelling up. It's just that back one. There we go. That's it. That's it. Oh. Wow. Got it way to turn. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, they want a lot on them. You'll have to, because I can't see yet. Yeah.
It still took a bit of force to remove the cutless bearing, but at least it did come out. And
out, it's out, out.
So to put the new bearings in, we'd actually had the bearings in the freezer for a couple of days, and we used heat on the P-bracket. A combination of those two factors allowed the bearing to go in part way, and then we had to wind it in using screw rod again, just to wind away and press the bearing into place. I would say Plan C was a success.
That's it. Got it. That's it. Why was that so difficult? I don't know.
So I'd just like to thank my friend Adrian for coming over to lend a hand in changing the cutless bearings and the use of some of his tools. Without those, it would have been impossible. So while we watch the boys at work from the boatyard loading a boat onto a trailer, I would just like to say thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, press the bell icon to be reminded when we put a new video out. Don't forget to give us a big like and share this video. Thank you guys.